41 Action News starts now.
As we come on at 6, several levees breaking today, forcing more people in northern Missouri and Kansas to evacuate.
We sit here and watch the levee actually break way, and I'd say 45 minutes after that, the water's completely around my trailer.
This is heartbreaking, I can tell you that. I just hope it don't get in our house.
These broken levees have water rushing toward homes while covering roads and acres of farmland.
Today, Missouri Governor Mike Parson issued a state of emergency. Crews we talked with, they've been performing water rescues throughout the area as the water moves south along the Missouri River. We want to give you a better idea of where all of this is happening. Check out this map. Most of the flooding damage is along the river in the northwest portion of the state and around Holt County as well. The cities that have seen the worst are places like Corning, Craig, and Fortescue, Missouri.
41 Action News reporter Stephen Dial joins us from Forest City, which is another area affected. Stephen, it's a non-stop push to keep people's homes safe from flooding. I can see one effort they're making by you.
Right, Krista. Earlier this week, people living here in Forest City were focused on helping the people in Craig. Now that Craig is underwater, the focus is on protecting their own city as the water gets closer.
It's raised.
He's talking about the water. Call it nervous energy or uneasiness, but you can see it on the faces of people here in Forest City.
This is our last line of defense that we are struggling to save. It's already touching that bottom fly.
Waiting for sandbags.
The more time we waste, the more time the water has to get over. So we kind of waiting, just like eagerly waiting for the more sand to be able to get more support for the levees.
To protect the fresh water source for multiple cities.
Something as simple as water. We've got plenty of it out there, and we're trying to keep it from going there.
What's not taking its time is the water rushing through Holt County, Missouri. This week, America's farmland is looking more like a never-ending ocean.
Kind of crazy to think about because when you come out here, usually it's just land, and then coming down to see if that goes over, that's just something that probably won't ever see again in your life. Kind of like a one-in-a-lifetime bad thing to happen. You don't want it to happen.
Sandbags arrive, and the wait is over.
It's sad. You know, we're helping up in Craig and then lost that, and now we're trying this, and hopefully we can save it.
The farmland here in Holt County has been hit hard. Some farmers saying they guess more than thousands of acres of farmland are completely underwater, which will definitely make an impact in crops not being grown this year. Reporting live in Forest City, Stephen Dial, 41 Action News.
And Stephen, more homes are being evacuated all because of the growing number of levee breaches.
Now, 41 Action News reporter Nick Starling continues our team coverage here. He spent the day talking to people about their relief efforts.
The rising water has been quite a spectacle for people here in Atchison as they keep watching this water rise faster and faster as the days go on by. You can just see how fast that water is going underneath that railroad bridge, and it's also forcing some road closures like the Amelia Earhart Bridge, which connects Kansas to Missouri. The rushing water is causing crews to shut off the electricity to some customers. That's why these men are taking down the flags near the riverfront. And over in Winthrop, Missouri, the water is creeping into town, forcing people to leave. The local Salvation Army has been helping out, trying to make sure those in the flood's path are being taken care of.
So we're still feeding. We'll feed through today. We'll see what tomorrow brings, if we can still get over there anywhere. If we can still get there, we'll go ahead and we'll feed tomorrow.
So far, they have served about 200 meals, and they have these cleanup kits ready for when the water recedes. And they have a lot of bottled water because of the boil advisory here. The Atchison County Emergency Management believes that this river will crest either on Friday or Saturday, but they say it's really hard to judge because of the levees that keep breaching. Reporting in Atchison, Nick Starling, 41 Action News.
You know, Gerard Bailey joining us now. It really adds a lot of perspective when you see that video.
And it's still probably get worse before it gets better, for sure.
A lot of folks are going to be feeling that. Some places it's getting better, but for Atchison and other locations, you'll show you right here. Look at this. Brownville to Falls City, the water levels are receding there, but as we look down south towards St. Joseph, Atchison, and areas to the south here are continuing to rise. They still have another foot or two to go here in spots. So the worst hit place that we're going to be seeing likely is going to be near Atchison. We're still going to rise another 1 to 2 feet. They could potentially reach near historic levels here, breaking their all-time record set back in 1993. So they still have some way to go there. And, well, also across the metro, we still have water that's going to be rising over all the crest between Friday night into Saturday morning. We're going to get much more specific about what kind of water levels are going to be reached in those areas coming up later. Meanwhile, at least it's a beautiful day here in Kansas City. Lots of sunshine. Temperature, look at this, 60 degrees in Lawrence, 61 in Harrisonville. We're going to be seeing more of this nice weather before we have rain coming our way. We'll tell you when coming up.
And just a reminder, on kshb.com, our coverage continues with breakdowns on the river levels as well as the destruction left behind. There, we'll also bring you the latest on the situation as it develops. Also tonight, the first NCAA tournament game for the Kansas Jayhawks is in the books.
They played the Northeastern Huskies. The number 4 seed Jayhawks dominated. Today's best player, Dedrick Lawson, notching a double-double in today's win. The final score, a blowout, 87-53 Jayhawks over the Huskies. They were no match. KU will now play Auburn Saturday in the second round. D. Jackson in Utah with the team. He and Mick will have a breakdown of the game later tonight in sports.
We do also have a crew in California following Kansas State. They're playing in San Jose tomorrow. Good luck to the Cats. Ryan, how are the fans and the team gearing up for tomorrow's tournament game?
Well, the fans are certainly really excited out here. It's a little quieter right now as Mississippi State is getting their practices underway. But I tell you, come tomorrow afternoon, both K-State and UC Irvine will give it a go. Both of these teams really believe they're going to get it done. They practiced earlier on this afternoon. They both believe they can win this game on Friday.
They look like a really good team, so it's just, but we've seen a lot of really good teams, and we've beaten really good teams, so it's just us, a mindset, and coming in ready to handle business. We're not a 4 seed for no reason.
Definitely feel as if we belong, and now we got a chance to show it on a national level. You know, we got to play our game, and potentially, you know, we have a chance to play well and get an upset and hopefully shock the world and continue to advance.
Now, Kevin and Krista, this game tips off tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m., but K-State will be playing without their best player on the team, Dean Wade, who's out with a foot injury. It's going to be a great game nonetheless, and they hope they can make a deep run yet again like last year into the NCAA tournament. We'll see how it all goes down, and it'll start tomorrow on Friday at 1. We're live here in the SAP Center here in San Jose, California. I'm Ryan Marshall, 41 Action News. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Ryan. As the tournament goes on, you can see our reports from each of the teams on our website, kshb.com, as well as our free mobile app.
Kansas lawmakers taking another step toward expanding Medicaid in the state today. The House voted to approve the plan. Now it heads to the Kansas Senate. Governor Laura Kelly supports this plan and says expanding Medicaid will actually boost the Kansas economy, add jobs, and offer health care coverage for nearly 150,000 Kansans. Critics argue the expansion will just cost the state too much. This, by the way, isn't the first attempt to expand Medicaid in the state. In 2017, Democrats and moderate Republicans worked together to pass a plan. Governor Sam Brownback later vetoed that bill. A new Kansas law aimed at protecting children from abuse could soon be a reality.
Yeah, it comes in response to a 41 Action News investigation that broke horrific details surrounding the death of a little boy in Kansas City, Kansas. His name was Adrian Jones. I'm sure you remember his story. His dad and stepmom tortured and murdered him and then disposed of his body in a pig pen. 41 Action News investigator Jessica McMaster shows us how the bill will help prevent what happened to Adrian from happening to any other children.
Yeah, Krista, the bill focuses on 2 key areas. It changes who is a mandated reporter of abuse and what Department for Children and Families will be required to do every time a social worker visits a home. If Adrian's law passes, adults who live in a home where a child is being abused but fail to report it can be charged with a Class B misdemeanor. In Adrian's case, we know his uncle lived in the home during the course of Adrian's abuse but was never charged. And in regards to DCF, the bill would also require a social worker visibly observe the child in question when visiting the home. Wyandotte County District Attorney Mark Dupree helped with the bill, and he also gave testimony today.
It is my utmost belief that if something like this was in place at the time and DCF had the ability to force them to produce the child, this, in fact, may have not occurred. I strongly believe it would not have.
While Adrian's law adds people who live at the home to the list of mandated reporters, that only includes people who are 18 and up and grants immunity to those who are also victims of abuse, meaning they cannot be prosecuted. Lawmakers will discuss the bill tomorrow. If it passes through the House, it moves on to the floor for debate, then makes its final stop in the Senate. I'm investigator Jessica McMaster, 41 Action News.
More money to fix the things you use every single day. How the city plans to pay millions for road, bridge, and even sidewalk projects.
All right, if you've been thinking about washing your car, today seems like a good day for it. As we move into this weekend, though, you may want to hold off all the way from Friday onward. Rain is on the way. We'll detail it out coming up.
And fighting food deserts, a new way to get healthy food in your neighborhood. You're watching 41 Action News at 6. Clear, complete coverage.
Cheer with the rest of Kansas City as the Royals open the 2019 season at the K. Thursday, March 28th. Upper and lower level seats are still available. Visit Royals.com/tickets.
For you, the kids and the dogs in your own backyard, the Grass Pad Idiot Proof program starts today with the big yellow bag of Prevent. Spread it and forget it. The Grass Pad's high on grass.
This thing is ginormous.
It's the XLNY. You know what they say, everything's bigger in New York.
It's everything's bigger in Texas.
No, that's everything's barbecue in Texas. New York, the city that often naps.
Have you ever been to New York?
There's no need.
At Papa Murphy's, for only $8, get any made-from-scratch XLNY. Papa Murphy's, we make it, you bake it.
At the Furniture Mall, we agree, nothing is better than free. That's why we guarantee your experience will be worry-free, commission-free, and hassle-free.
Save store-wide on furniture, mattresses, and flooring. Plus, get free mall cash up to $1,000 or more.
And don't forget the free frozen custard and cookies. Experience it all at the mall.
That's the Furniture Mall of Kansas. Oh, yeah.
It's our favorite time of the year, Ram Truck Month at the KC Powerhouse. People buy a truck because they want more power, and more power-loving people are getting their trucks at Gladstone than ever. Why? Gotta be the experience. Gladstone powers up trade cash, $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book, and powers down the finance rate on the all-new Ram, Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year. Yeah, we're all about power here at kcpowerhouse.com, because power is a beautiful thing.
New tomorrow morning, who's the record holder for making the most DUI arrests? We ride along with the Missouri Highway Patrol Trooper for an inside look at what he does best. What's his goal and how does he accomplish that? We'll have the answers for you tomorrow starting at 4:30.
More money coming to repair streets, bridges, and sidewalks in Kansas City. Today, city leaders announced $57 million for the projects. That money will also go toward updating public buildings and working on more flood control projects throughout the city. The funds come from those GO bonds that voters approved in 2017 for infrastructure upgrades.
The Kansas City community is rallying behind a woman who was kidnapped and held captive for nearly 20 years. We first told you about Rosalind McGinnis several months ago. Prosecutors say her non-custodial stepfather took her to Mexico when she was 12 years old, held her against her will. She had 9 children with her captor, but escaped in 2016. McGinnis and her family will soon move into a new home, but it needed a lot of work. And since our first story aired, a handful of Kansas City area businesses have come in to redo the floors. They've done the bathrooms and carpet. Someone's working on walls now, and they'll be painting soon. They're putting in a new sewer line. This is what the house looks like now, although there is still work to be done. McGinnis told 41 Action News she's grateful for all the help. Her stepfather will go on trial in May. We will be following along.
All right, your weather headlines heading into the weekend. Well, we've got nice weather coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's the end of it. Showers likely this weekend and a warming trend next week. We'll go over it all coming up.
Well, we've got a new home for Justin Houston, and the Jayhawks felt right at home in Salt Lake City today. Highlights of their first-round game come up in sports.
We're here.
Welcome to 41 Action News today.
When the sun dawns on a new day.
when one shift ends and another begins.
Some big changes are heading our way.
We're here for the ones who hit the ground running, the ones whose shifts never end, because at 4:30 a.m., before the clouds and traffic roll in, we're here to prepare you as your day just begins. 41 Action News today. Clear, complete coverage.
Having dental problems, it affected everything, including my ability to be the best parent I could be. I used to go to these events and I just wanted to sit in the back. As a father, it really hurts. It's your mouth, but you feel bad from head to toe. So when I found Clear Choice, everything changed right there and then.
Our job is to cater to your needs. Our job is to find a solution. After the dental implant procedure, there's a transformation that happens almost immediately. Having us all under one roof really makes it easy for the patient.
I can be that person that I want to be for my son. This is me now. Being able to go back out and do all the things that I wouldn't or couldn't do before.
Weather on 41 Action News is sponsored by kshb Complete Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
Access to nutritional food is a struggle for thousands in the metro.
Those areas are often referred to as food deserts. According to numbers last year from the Kansas Department of Health and Environment, 1 in 4 kids in Wyandotte County are considered food insecure or unable to get access to healthy food. Now, a major cause for food deserts is the lack of full-service grocery stores, especially in those urban areas.
New here at 6 o'clock, 41 Action News reporter Sarah Plake looks at the push to add more grocery stores to urban areas like KCK.
Yeah, it's expensive to operate a grocery store, and there's some much needed help that might be coming, and there are community initiatives that are going to help things going, but this new bill could be that ticket they need.
There is a demand for healthy food.
That demand is loud and clear in the inner city of Wyandotte County. So much that a group of volunteers is launching the Dot Mobile Grocer, a grocery store on wheels to address the food desert crisis.
Making money is not the challenge. Making it sustainable, though, is. And I think this is a little piece that can help go a long way.
But it's expensive as an independent grocer to open up a store and stay open.
There's so many pressures on a retailer to justify the investment. You've got Amazon, you've got HelloFresh, you've got Blue Apron, you've got Dollar General, you've got Aldi, Sprouts, neighborhood markets going in.
A little bit of help could come with Kansas Senator Jerry Moran's bipartisan bill, the Healthy Food Access for All Americans Act. It would give a 10 to 15% tax credit or a grant to a company or nonprofit that opens up a grocery store in a food desert. 800,000 Kansas deserts. In the core of KCK, there are more than 15 discount chains and just 3 full-service grocery stores.
We've interviewed a lot of residents who might live near a Family Dollar, but they're type 2 diabetic and they might not be able to eat a healthy meal, and so they'll eat snacks, and that doesn't actually help their health at all.
Just because you buy what's available to you doesn't mean that that's what you necessarily want.
KCK has some momentum already with the downtown store moving forward and plans for a Northeast store. A previous version of this bill was introduced 2 years ago, but it never went anywhere. Of course, people pushing for grocery stores in this area really hope that that does get passed. In KCK, I'm Sarah Plake, 41 Action News.
Now, here's Kansas City's most accurate forecast from meteorologist Gerard Jabali.
Hope everyone's having a great evening. The weather is spectacular outside, so this makes 2 in a row. 56 degrees. We have sunshine. Feels very nice. We reach the upper 50s in spots. Light northwest wind around 8 miles per hour. Unfortunately, we have been watching still some major impacts from the Missouri River. Here's a look from the kshb Complete Skyview Network. Looking toward Call Point. Now, this is not usually as wide of a confluence confluence here between the river. I mean, you can see how high it is, how much current there is flowing down the Kansas River, far more serene than looking back here over toward the Missouri River, which is just chugging along. You can see some of the vegetation along the edge there already really covered up. So we've got a lot of water coming through the area. All right, river flood warning still in effect from Nebraska all the way down here through Kansas City and to the east. So this is some major flooding for spots. The predicted crest for areas that have not reached it yet are still between Friday night and Saturday morning. We're expecting that including Atchison, Leavenworth, through the metro all the way to around Missouri City. All right, so let's show you a few of the numbers here. Atchison by far right now we are seeing is one of the hardest hit areas in the area. Flood stage normally around 22 feet, well above that. We're in major flood category right now with a stage of 30.3 feet. Forecast to rise another about a foot to almost 2 feet, nearing or exceeding the record. All time, 31.6 is the record, so we could actually break that moving into Friday night. The next spot, Leavenworth, flood stage at 20 feet, 26.8 feet is the current stage, reaching near 30 feet, which is not major flood stage, but we're in moderate flood stage, very close to that. Record around 35 feet there in the Parkville area, 25 feet flood stage. Current 30.6, so we still have another 4 feet to go here in Parkville, but it still puts it in moderate flood stage. Still, this is going to be affecting most of the area around here. And then as we move east, it shouldn't be as big of a problem, but still moderate flooding is still a good possibility there. All right, so as we move into tomorrow, it's going to be a lot quieter, but temperature around 35 degrees in the morning. We will warm up nicely again. Sunshine will return here again, and we're looking for a temperature reaching around 59 to almost 60 degrees. So it's going to be another beautiful afternoon, but we are watching for more rainfall to come our way. Here's the system spinning out right over here near Arizona in the Four Corners region. That's going to move across the Rockies, head our way Saturday. So Saturday morning, quiet to start, but later in the afternoon, we're looking at rainfall beginning, and that will actually last through most of the evening into Sunday as well. So looks like rain's going to be in our forecast for most of the weekend here. Although it will be scattered, it's not going to be all the time. We'll have some breaks within the rainfall, maybe a little bit of dry time here and there, but still not as pretty of a weekend as we had the last one here. All right, so by Monday, front will roll through, and that'll be close to the end of the rainfall, just a stray shower on Monday, and then we will warm back up again. The sunshine will return, but your precipitation chances here Saturday morning looks mostly dry, really rolling in here Saturday evening into Sunday morning, and then it's starting to roll out of here by Sunday night. All right, so just a stray shower lingering on Monday. We will hit back into the 50s and 60s once again moving into Tuesday and Wednesday before our first home opener, the Royals, on Thursday. We have to watch that rain chance. Right now, though, it's still a week away, so we have some time. In the meantime, let's check in with what's going on the basketball side of things with Mr. Mick Schaefer.
Hey guys, a record 30 consecutive NCAA tournaments have included the Kansas Jayhawks, and only twice were they one and done in that stretch. First round game this afternoon with Northeastern in Salt Lake City. Here we go, first points of the game. That would set the tone. Dedrick Lawson for three. Also a tone setter. Devon Dotson, fastest guy on the court by far. Close early on, though, until this. KJ Lawson, the other Lawson. He's like the Frank Stallone of the Lawson brothers. He scores. KU building a lead, and Dedrick could do basically whatever he wanted to this day. Jayhawks by double digits at half. Dedrick also like the other rim. 25 and 11 for him. Little bro wasn't done. KJ had 13. KU by 17. Ochai Agbaji getting in on things off the miss here. He had 13. One more time with Dotson here after this three. KU by 33. Jayhawks win by 34. Northeastern, not a big believer in defense, as it turns out. Big day, though, for the Lawson family. Fresh out of that KU locker room, D. Jackson joins us now live from Salt Lake City. Hey, D.
I got to tell you, Mick, we talked about coming into this game, the big mismatch that there was going to be, and Kansas certainly used that to their advantage in this one. Guys were dominant. They outscored the Huskies 50-16 in the paint and grabbed 17 more boards.
I thought we came in the game with a great mindset, and I thought we performed pretty well for the most part for 40 minutes, defensively especially. I thought our ball screen and defense and our switching was better and eliminated them getting a lot of uncontested looks.
Came out second half kind of lackadaisical and kind of comfortable, and Coach got on us in the huddle just by getting out there to shooters and ball screen defense. And once he did that, guys realized the game was not over, and we just locked down and just guarded.
So Kansas gets set to take on the hottest team in the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, who had a narrow win today, 78-77 over New Mexico State. Live in Salt Lake City, D. Jackson, 41 Action News.
Nice segue, D. Earlier it was New Mexico State and Auburn. Game of the day, New Mexico State down 2, 6 seconds left. They pass up the layup for the 3, but then Auburn fouls the three-point shooter. But then he makes just one free throw. But then New Mexico State gets it back with 1 second left, down 1. And no, they eventually awarded a winner, and it was Auburn. So it's going to be KU and Auburn on Saturday. Ex-Chiefs are either going to sign with ex-Chiefs in Cleveland or ex-Chiefs in Indianapolis. And for Justin Houston, it's the Colts. Per an ESPN report, Chris Ballard will bring in Houston to the fold up there. All right, those are your sports. More after this.
Taylor Hemnes and Lindsay Shively. Weekday morning starting at 4:30. Friday on an all-new Dateline.
We heard a loud bang.
A bullet in the night takes out a friend, leaving a mystery that almost went unsolved.
She wanted to do what's right without getting herself killed doing it.
Dateline, Friday at 10. When the most powerful storms fall from the sky, trust the One Forecast, certified Kansas City's most accurate. And an app at your fingertips 24/7. Gary Lezak in the 41 Action News weather team, Kansas City's weather leader.
It's your soccer field and your favorite hobby. Your entertainment center and your family table. This is more than a lawn. This is your pride and joy. Let us help you protect your lawn from crabgrass and weeds with our spring weed preventer, starting at $19.99. Family Tree Nursery, because life happens on the lawn.
Hi, I'm Toby Tobin. You hear this everywhere. Lifetime warranty. What does lifetime warranty mean? My lifetime, your lifetime, the Windows lifetime. We're going to show you how to make a good decision for buying windows. No one but Four Seasons has the guaranteed Toby Tobin seal of approval. Right now, get my 25% discount and no interest for 24 months on the finest windows and installation from the people I trust. Four Seasons. Online at fourseasonskc.com.
At Johnson Floor & Home, we have a floor for everyone. No matter the budget, no matter the room, the style, the need.
We've got a floor that's perfect for you.
Now get 36-month free financing on every carpet, wood, tile, luxury vinyl, glass, or porcelain. No matter the floor, at Johnson Floor & Home, we always treat you like family. And isn't that what it's all about?
We've got a floor for everyone.
Johnson Floor & Home. I like it.
Hey, brother, you're looking good. Did you lose some of that weight?
I'm trying. One last month to hit my goal. Every time I get rid of some, they pack on more.
I see what you mean.
It's the final month. Get a free furnace when you buy an AC during Anthony Plumbing, Heating and Cooling Sizzling Steel Cool Deal Savings Event. Plus, get a $50 gift card to Hereford House. For customer satisfaction, we're a lock. Anthony Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Technicians you can trust with your house keys.
Listen, I love to grill, but we don't always have time. Go get them. That's when Johnsonville Flame Grilled Sausage is perfect. It tastes grilled because Johnsonville already grilled it. So you get that famous Johnsonville flavor any night of the week.
41 Action News, honored with the Emmy Award for News Excellence.
That's all for us at 6.
Are you back at 6:30? With Rhiannon and Gerard? 6:30 newscast is next.
I'm out of here.